Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me. I'm gonna do my everyday go-to makeup and just kind of catch up with you guys. Huge thank you to Abercrombie for sponsoring this video. I'm gonna share with you guys some really cozy, comfy new arrivals that are perfect for the holiday season and upcoming winter months. So yeah, enough of me chatting here. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm warning you, the light is gonna be crazy. Winter clouds, the sun goes in and out all day. It is what it is. I'm so excited that it's the holiday season. This is one of my favorite seasons. I love every season for different reasons, but the holidays are just so special. And for me, the past 3.5 years have been extra special because I have Theo and he just brings such joy. When you have children, all of the magic of like all the holidays comes back and it's just so much fun. I wasn't sure how I was gonna get him off of Halloween. He really loved Halloween this year. He was so excited about all the Halloween decorations, the spooky stuff, trick-or-treating. He really didn't know what was going on last year, but this year he loved it. So it was funny because when Halloween was over, I had to really lean into Christmas and be like, this is what's next. It's very exciting, I promise. This is our first holiday back in Minnesota. We've spent the holidays in Minnesota plenty of times, but the first time actually being moved back. The past 3 Christmases, we have been in New York in our apartment, and it's just been Patrick, myself, and Theo. So this year will be super fun because I will be able to spend time with not only Patrick's family, his brother and his parents, and then also my brother, my sister-in-law, my parents, my grandparents. It's just gonna be much bigger. Not more special, because Patrick and I and Theo always had the best time during Christmas when it was just us 3. It's just gonna be a different experience, more people. Plus my brother and sister-in-law have 2 kids, and that's just fun because we get to all spend time. I get to see my niece and nephew, and Theo loves his cousins, so that makes Christmas more fun when he has other little kids to play with. Another different thing that I'm doing for the holidays this year is I'm hosting Christmas brunch. And this feels so adult. I know I'm very adult, like I'm a whole mom, but this feels crazy because growing up, you always go to your grandparents or your parents' house most of the time. At least that's what I did growing up. And now they're all coming to me, which is gonna be different. Christmas Eve is gonna be at my brother and sister-in-law's house. And then Christmas Day, they're coming over here. And so my brother and I, you know, as siblings growing up, it's funny, now we're hosting Christmas, which is hopefully gonna be something that we continue on in the future because I really want our kids to have a close relationship. I never grew up by my cousins, so I didn't get to see them very often. So this will be great because Theo is so close to them and they are much closer in age than I was to my cousins. Speaking of holiday traditions, we just went back to New York City for the first time since we moved out. We wanted to go for the holiday season just because it's just so elite. The holidays in New York are so much fun if you know how to do it. I've seen those crazy videos of like how insane the crowds get, but we always had a fine time going to the Rockefeller Tree and going to Bryant Park Winter Market. It's just, I've kind of learned you kind of have to just avoid those places at night. If you can go during the day, it's a little bit easier to not have to deal with like huge crowds. I think it's something we want to try to do every year, just the 3 of us, and go back to the city and just experience New York because they just go all out for the holidays and there's so many fun things to see and it's so pretty. The decorations are so great. All the restaurants are so festive and Christmassy themed. But Theo, we went to the winter market and he saw all the little kids on the little skate helper things, so the penguins, and they had little Zambonis that kids were sitting in, and he was like, I want to do that, I want to do that. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. It was so much fun. He had a blast. His face, he was so excited the whole time. However, I paid for it in the long run because I think I was given the wrong size skates, and we were out there for like 45 minutes. So not a crazy long time, but I guess enough to get the most insane blisters of my life. The skates just tore my feet apart, and I was like pushing him on a little Zamboni, like doing nothing crazy, and I got the most insane blisters, and that was only the second day we were there. So the rest of the time I was like, my feet were in pain. Another new holiday thing that we did this year was we stayed at the Plaza, which was such a bucket list hotel stay for me. I feel like it is for a lot of people. The Plaza is just so iconic, and during the holidays, like I said before, New York just goes all out, and Plaza is one of those places. And it truly was unlike any other hotel experience I've ever had. They really just treat you like royalty there. They gave Theo a robe in our hotel room that said Prince on it. We were like, don't get used to this, because this is truly a once in a lifetime thing. While I was in New York and I was posting, I got a few messages asking if I miss it, or if Patrick and I miss it at all, just because it's been about 6 months since we moved from New York, and we were there for about 10 years. And so the long story short, not long story short, but like the long answer short is that yes and no, we miss it. I think we were so excited when we got there, and like New York is just, it's New York for a reason. And I say that so not trying to be annoying, but it truly is unlike any other place I think we'll ever live in our lifetime. And it's just so fun, and it had such a huge impact on our lives. But we did not find ourselves wishing we still lived there or wanted to move back or anything like that. We're so grateful for the time that we spent in New York. We spent pretty much our entirety of our 20s there, and it was just when we wanted to live there. Now with a family and wanting to settle down a little bit, it's just not the place for us, and I think we've just really come to peace with that. And honestly, the biggest thing for us is we were so excited to be tourists. We never really stayed in the city. I think I've only stayed a couple times in a hotel in Manhattan, and you guys know we always lived in Brooklyn. So it was so fun to wake up in the morning and just like walk around Manhattan and take Theo around to places, and just the accessibility of certain things were just a little bit easier. So we didn't let that trick us into thinking that that's how it always is, because we know how different it is when you actually do live there. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss certain aspects of New York. It's such a stunning place. The energy is truly unmatched. I think that's my biggest thing. Like, you can definitely tell where we're at in Minnesota is very, you know, a more of a suburban living. Everybody has their routines, and everybody is in kind of like their consistent lifestyles. Whereas New York is just, you never know what you're gonna get. Everybody's in different phases of their lives. Like, it's just a little bit more electric is the best word I can describe it. So do I miss it? Yes. Do I wanna move back? No. Don't let that sun fool you. It is very cold in Minnesota. So much colder here than it was in New York this time of year, which I'm actually welcoming, because we never had a white Christmas in New York. We always had like snowfalls, but never really on Christmas while we were there, and never like anything that stuck. So I'm really excited for Theo to have a full snowy experience, be able to build a snowman and play in the snow, and just be cozy. Speaking of cozy, I've been holiday shopping like crazy, both for family and then of course for myself. So I recently got a bunch of things in from Abercrombie, which you guys know I love Abercrombie. Specifically their jeans have been my go-to for years now. I always get questions about them, and they're just my favorite. I think I have like 4 pairs of different style of jeans in my closet right now from them. I just love them. They're so comfy, but they have a ton of stuff out right now that is perfect for the holiday season and the upcoming January month. I got 4 different outfits or sets or whatever you want to call it. They're all so comfy and cute, and they're perfect for not only running like last minute gift errands or just errands in general, but I can go and I can cook brunch in it, I can lounge in it. They'd be perfect travel, holiday travel, airport outfits. I just feel like this month and January is such a long month. It feels like the longest month ever, and it's cold, especially where I am, and you just want something cozy and comfortable to just wear and lounge in and watch the snowfall and watch a movie and just spend time with family. So like I said, I got 4 different sets. I wish I could let you guys feel what they feel like, because they're just so soft. All of the pieces are super versatile. You can mix and match items. They're just great, everyday, good quality pieces. So I definitely wanted to put you on those items. I'm gonna have a link in the description box below if you wanna go check out Abercrombie's new arrivals. They always have a ton of good stuff, and I always have to restrain myself from getting quite literally everything. I'm freaking myself out with the no lip thing, so let's fix that. I recently got on these lip stains. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, I don't know if I can say that they last and make your lip liner last all day, but I definitely liked how it looks on my lips, and I think it makes my lip liner stay a little bit longer. So I don't know, I've been using it. The shade that I am using right now is Hazel, but I also really liked I'm using Mauve right now, but I really liked Hazel. All right, and then I just chill like this. The first time I did use this around Patrick, he was like, that's a choice. Let's talk about house hunting, because that is our plan for the new year. And I'm nervous and excited and all of the emotions above. I just know, and maybe that I don't want to be negative, but I just know I'm gonna like fall in love with a house. I'm gonna put an offer in on it and we're gonna get outbid or denied. So I'm like accepting that reality ahead of time before I even start the process. But we're really hopeful that we find something that we love. Most likely we're gonna find something that isn't necessarily a fixer-upper. It's just more like it's not gonna be exactly our style. And I think that's something that I'm really looking forward to, because we never really could do that with apartments, whereas like you find something that's not really your style, but you can't really change it. Whereas like when you buy a house, eventually you can renovate or change it to kind of fit your style and things that you want or needs for your family. It's really overwhelming, and I'm really looking forward to it. Both Patrick and I had travel contracts this last year, and so this next year we're really excited to kind of hunker down a little bit more and really focus on finding a home for our family. Once we have a home and we feel more settled, I think that's gonna be a huge accomplishment for me. That's something that I always wanted, but I always put on the back burner for a long time, because New York was also something that I really wanted. So I wanted to kind of experience that lifestyle for a while, and it did feel like it set me back a little bit in trying to find our forever home, if that's even what they say, because who knows. I want to thank you all, by the way, for being just decent humans and not asking us when baby number 2 is coming. That's such a question that is so something that should be left in the past. I think that was a question that people felt a little too comfortable asking, and I'm so thankful none of you guys have pressured me with that question. As a lot of you know, I have had quite the health journey, especially after having my son, and having another baby is something that isn't fully up to me. It's something I need to discuss with my doctors, and you know, pregnancy after breast cancer is a whole other realm of what ifs, and it's scary, and it's something that, you know, we aren't sure if we're ready for, or if we can do, or what our options are. And so I just appreciate you guys not asking that question. It doesn't hurt me by any means, but it's something that I appreciate and I noticed, and it's just been great being able to not have to kind of worry about that and stress myself out about that. But it is on the piggyback of a home in the future, because I think that that's when we'll probably have that conversation, is when we feel a little bit more settled in life in general, and have a house and have school for Theo, and just have it a little bit more figured out. And that is probably when we would discuss whether or not we want to just keep it us 3, or if we want to add on to our family. Here's the final get ready with me. This is my go-to, what I do for most days. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It's always fun doing chit chat videos and catching up with you guys. Huge thank you again to Abercrombie for sponsoring this video. Make sure you guys go click the link to go check out all of their cozy new arrivals. Trust me, you will not regret it. I really, really love them. And I know you guys will too. So thanks again for watching my videos, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.